Today on the Zuvi box, we're going to make natural colors, or attempt to make natural colors. I have never tried this before. I made an unboxing video on this, but you don't need to go back and waste your time and watch it. If you've never heard of it, it's basically a color maker, hair color maker, very similar to a marker maker. It has the 3 primary colors that it's going to mix up with this base, which I did find out is just conditioner. This machine can make thousands of colors. You can create your own or even take a picture of something and it will make that color. When we tried it last time, we just did vivid colors and it did a pretty good job at doing that. But today I want to see if it can make natural colors, very similar to how Xmondo has a semi-permanent natural line, because these are only semi-permanent colors. So they'll fade out each time you shampoo your hair. So I want to see if it can make something similar to what he has going on. Let's try to copy this hair color. Hopefully my phone won't die, but we're going to do a hair dye. You can also do a conditioner. Basically that's a lot of conditioner with just a little bit of pigment. So that would be for color refreshes, toners, but we want hair dye today. I'm using this swatch. So that one looks good. It's gonna give me some colors it recommends or the color palette I can choose from, but we're gonna go here and extract from image and take a photo. Oh. So this is cool if you saw someone's hair color you liked. Hang on, let me turn the top light on. You could just take a picture and try to recreate the color. Here will give you the best matches, and then it's gonna show us if this will even work or what it should look like on your level of hair. Make it now. We have to lift this up, then we push play. Oh. Unsteady bowl, okay. And it tells you here the percentage, so it's almost done. So we have the base, yellow, all the way over here, red, and a little bit of blue. It is a pretty violet base color. It's semi-permanent, so it's not going to oxidize, where sometimes when we use permanent color, it'll look one way on the brush and completely different when it hits the air and has time. This pretty much is what this is going to look like. The formula did have a lot of red, but it would have to. It has to either be warm or cool. If it was neutral, it would look a little flat, but maybe it'll look different. Paint it on here, and let me do a super blonde, almost white swatch also. Sorry, someone is vacuuming. We're gonna try to do a darker color, so we'll go to the color wheel, and I'm really wanting to see a black, which will have a lot of blue in it. Blue is the darkest primary, so we'll try that one, and then we'll push play. Oh, okay. You cannot touch the bowl. So for the black, we have the most amount of blue, red, and then a little bit of yellow. No conditioner or base. I'm assuming because that's white, that will lighten anything up. That used a lot of pigment though, because one thing about this, a negative about this machine, well, there's a couple negatives. If you do not color your hair often, it's not worth the money. And secondly, it seems to use quite a bit of product. That's really pretty. It's a plum black. Semi-permanent hair color does not cover gray. It will add tones to it, but we're just gonna do it what the heck to see what would happen. That is a lot thicker, pretty dry since it doesn't have that base in it. Then we have our white hair. It just soaks it up. I'm out of the lighter shades of hair, so we're gonna have to go with this guy. I could have used real hair. Duh. I brought it home to put in my garden. If you have critters in your garden, you can put hair clippings in the garden and they won't eat your plants. So I brought all the hair from haircuts home for that. It didn't even work. They ate everything. They don't care. They just choke on the hair and continue on. Here's our black, and you can see again, it's a very purple base, bluish black. Oh, I didn't see this last time. Maybe it's an update or maybe I missed it. There's a gray and black section. Here's your options. So not too many, but there's all the blacks. And then we have chestnut for your browns. Oh, let's try this one. That one's pretty. You have the base, a lot of yellow, a little bit of red, and just a tiny dot back here. Can you see that? Of blue. And it did come with a spatula to mix it up with. And this isn't the correct hair color bowl. This is the travel bowl, or what you would put your leftovers in. It came with an actual hair color bowl, which is somewhere, again, on the blonde piece. Oh, wow. And again, on the darker piece, which is almost the same level as that of the darker one. And it definitely spreads better, or saturates the hair better when it has the base mixed in it. Unlike the black where it was just the pigments. That was very dry. We'll see about that one. It looks green to me, that has a green tint, but when I look at it in the viewfinder, it looks like it has a red tint, so I don't know. We're gonna take a picture of this box because it's a pretty neutral light brown. I would like to see it make a neutral color, not too cool, not too warm. So we'll do that one. It's gonna be pretty light. Make it now, and we're gonna do the smallest amount, which is 4 ounces. Next, play, and I'm using a different bowl, so yes. While it's doing its thing, I'm gonna show you the hair swatches. We're gonna use level 10, which is recommended for this color. And most of these colors, because they're semi-permanent, they're not gonna lift. The brighter your hair is, the brighter the color is gonna look. Gray, it's not gonna cover gray, but it may add a tone. We're just gonna see. And this is too dark, this swatch, so it's not gonna do anything. Again, it's not going to lift color, but we're gonna throw it on here because it may change a little bit of tone, but it wouldn't last long. So this is mostly the base, little dot of yellow, little dot of red, little dot of blue. I should be using the spatula. It came with one, so none of the hair color or pigments get between the bristles. But we're just gonna go for it and be messy with it. Okay, that is a very bland kind of color, but actually it won't be bad. Pretty similar, right? So here we go. All three of these. Ooh, move up, please. Oh, that actually might be pretty. You could use that as a toner. I love warm shades of blonde right now. This is more neutral, but it's got that honey look to it instead of cool ashy blonde. I'm expecting it to do absolutely nothing to this darker one and absolutely nothing to the gray one. Just want to show you. Anyway, we're gonna let all these process, and that's for 30 minutes, and they go on dry hair if I didn't mention that yet. And then you just rinse them out till the water's clear, so you do not have to shampoo these out like you would a permanent color. It's been 30 minutes, and then I rinsed each color with cool water until the water was clear. And the results are disappointing. They're not good. This is our first color. Do you see that? I selected that we were going to do this on the lightest shade of hair, this level 10 one, but it looks purple. This didn't change it much, but it was a darker swatch. It just added a little bit of that purple hue or tone. So it doesn't match this at all. This one's the black. Anytime you're going from super light to dark, even with using a semi-permanent color, it needs a filler. It will lack that depth to make a true color or black. So this would be a good filler color, but it would need another application to be a true black. You can see we got closer to the black color on the darker swatch, but it's still not black, and it has more of a red tone. Looks really nice on the gray hair. This will fade really fast, but would be disappointing if you were expecting black and you got purple. And then on level 10, we have a reddish purple wine color, definitely not black. This is our chestnut color. This one's probably the closest. Also for this one, I selected the lightest blonde, level 10 hair. It's got a lot of yellow tones. The application wasn't great. I'm missing a lot of hairs in here, but it's not a very nice color. If you were hoping to get more of a coppery color, it's lacking a little bit more depth, a little bit more red. Didn't change it much on this because this was a little too dark, but it did add a little bit of red tone, make it look more rich or richer. So it's actually not bad here. This is our box color. Also, nothing should have happened here. This is not a bad color. It will fade really fast, but I actually do like this one. So 1 out of 4 is not bad, I guess. I think for this machine, neutral colors, natural colors, not a good idea. Not right now anyway. I think they update everything on the app, so maybe in the future, but for right now, I would stick to the vivid shades. It did a fine job doing that. You would just have to make sure that the machine would be worth it for you. So if you're doing rainbow hair where you need 10 colors, this is great.